Hey everybody, and welcome to the Truck King YouTube channel. Well, this is a very exciting day because we have the brand new Ford F-150 Lightning. Now, of course, we're gonna go over all the numbers, but more importantly, I just wanna show you every single feature on this truck. So we're gonna poke and prod it and find out exactly what makes this thing so special. So let's take a walk around of the F-150 Lightning, and normally I start up front at the engine, but in this truck, well, there is no engine up here, so let's take a look. Ford calls this the Mega Power Frunk. Of course, frunk is a front trunk, and because there's no ICE engine here, you have all this space for storage. So not only do you get it, you get D-rings here in the corners, you get these little grocery hooks up here, which is really smart. It's a false floor, so you can pull that out, you get more storage down in there. You can then take this false floor and use it as a divider. Basically all the things that you're accustomed to in a pickup truck bed, Ford has done up here in the frunk. Really smart. Now another cool feature is Pro Power on board. And when you get this hybrid, you can get up to 9.6 kilowatts of power, and there's plugs all over here. Up here in the front, you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 plugs, plus 2 USB ports right there. So, you know, we were joking, it can't be called tailgating anymore because you're gonna be partying at the front of your truck now with all of your stuff plugged in. This is, again, a really brilliant idea. If you have all this space, why not use it, right? So let's keep on walking down the side of the truck. I mean, styling wise, you've already seen it. This is unique. I don't think Ford went too far. They didn't go crazy, making it look like a spaceship. They did just enough to differentiate it from the lineup. And you're gonna see that with the unique wheels as well. And then up here we get to the charging port. This is where you're gonna plug in your F-150 Lightning. And this is nice because it's just a push system. Pop it and it comes open. Now, as we roll back, you're gonna see the running boards down here. Those are unique on the Lightning, mostly for aerodynamics, but also because of what's going on underneath of this truck. And now we gotta get to the rear end because there's a ton going on back here. And I think the thing I have to start with, independent rear suspension. There is no axle at the rear end of this F-150, and that's a huge deal. That's the first time that has ever happened. And if you're asking why, well, I'll show you a shot underneath the truck. It's packaging. The electric motor sits right in the center here, and it sits quite low in this truck to accommodate the big battery pack that's down there on the floor. So when you combine all of that stuff, I don't think there would have been room for an axle without it, you know, the motor sitting on top of it, or it would have been a mess. So Ford went to independent rear, and yeah, again, I can't wait to drive it and see how it feels. Now I'll touch on the numbers. If you're talking about towing, the max number you're gonna get out of this is still 10,000 pounds. So even though they went to that independent rear, it didn't totally kill that tow rating. Now let's see what else is back here. Basically everything else is standard F-150. You can open the nice damp tailgate. We do have the tailgate work surface here, the ruler, the F-150 bed step. Again, like I said, everything in the bed is standard F-150, and you're getting Pro Power, all of those plugs back here. One of those is a 240 volt plug at the rear end in the bed. So just another place that you can plug in and power your stuff. Now, the next thing I want to mention when it comes to power is the fact that the F-150 Lightning can power your home. So basically what Ford is saying is that if you have this truck in your garage, you're gonna charge it up, and then when your power goes out overnight because a big storm hits, your house can actually switch over and draw power from the truck. Now, Ford of Canada is currently talking to electricians, and they're gonna basically put together a package where you can go to the dealership, buy the truck, and someone will come to your house and install all the proper wiring so that the truck can then feed your house. So I don't have a full price on that yet, the whole kind of ecosystem, but it's definitely pretty cool that they're looking into that so much, and they're gonna make it so accessible for their customers. Now we have to talk about some numbers. So there are 2 different battery options here, and Ford still hasn't told us the size of the battery packs. All we know is there's the standard range and then the extended range. So if you're going for that standard range battery pack, we are talking about 426 horsepower and 775 pound-feet of torque and a range of 230 miles or 370 kilometers. Now step up to the extended range battery pack and you are looking at 563 horsepower, still 775 pound-feet of torque, but that thing is going to get you 300 miles or 483 kilometers of range. Now we're inside the Lightning here, and I should say the majority of stuff on the interior is standard F-150. The one you're looking at here is a platinum trim, so it's top of the line, so we're getting all of the nicest stuff. But of course, there is one glaring difference. It's right here. This is the 15.5-inch touchscreen that comes with the new Sync 4A system, and it is going to be standard in this F-150 Lightning. It's a beautiful screen, and it just offers a ridiculous amount of information. Now, the info that I want to touch on specifically are all of the towing aids here, and there are quite a few. The first one is Pro Trailer Hitch Assist. This truck will actually back into your trailer for you so that you can then go drop the ball onto it. It's pretty wild. It also has onboard scales. Self-explanatory, but a brilliant idea. You are now able to touch something on the screen here and it will tell you exactly what your payload is. So you know now whether you're overloaded. Now next you have Smart Hitch. This will actually measure your tongue weight specifically on the trailer and then tell you, hey, you got way too much tongue weight, you need a smaller trailer or you need to reorganize it at least. There's also Pro Trailer Backup Assist. That's been around for a while. It's that knob right there. Go left and right and it'll turn your trailer left and right. And then finally we have Trailer Reverse Guidance. This is just an extra special camera view down the sides of your trailer. But yeah, you know, just because it's an electric F-150, Ford didn't skimp out on any of the other really smart features for doing something like towing. Now I showed you the charge port here, but let's actually talk a little bit more about charge times. There it goes. I should mention now too, this is a prototype truck, so if you see things like that struggle a little bit, don't blame the truck. There's only 2 of these in existence right now, and this is one of them. So charge times, if you have DC fast charging, you can go from 15% charge to 80% charge in 41 minutes with the large battery and 44 minutes with the smaller battery. So, you know, 40 minutes, basically 45, that's not bad. But keep in mind the thing I said there, that is from 15% to 80%. The beginning of a battery charge and the end of a battery charge take longer than the middle. So Ford only advertises those numbers, but if you want that full charge, it's going to take longer.
So Stephen has just taken you through every aspect of this new Lightning, but I just felt that I had to throw something in here as somebody whose very first truck was a 1972 Ford. That Ford has done something here which I think is brilliant, and that is that they've taken the F-150 shell and used it pretty much as is. Other than the little bit of distinctive lighting on the front and the back, you're not going to know that this truck is all electric. And for a lot of guys, particularly people my age, I don't want to learn new things. I don't want to drive a Cybertruck. I don't want something that looks like a spaceship. I just want to get in. I'm cool with the fact that it's electric, but I want all my other systems to work like every other truck that I've owned over the last 40 years. And once again, at this point, from me, Ford, well done.
There are a few things on the F-150 Lightning you cannot choose. Every single one of these trucks is going to be 4-wheel drive, and every single one is going to be a crew cab with that 5.5-foot bed. Now, talking about pricing, here in Canada, the F-150 Lightning is going to start at $68,000 and then range right up to $110,000. And here's an interesting note. There is the F-150 Lightning Pro. That is basically the work-focused or fleet-focused model. Here in Canada, it will only be available to fleets, whereas in the United States, consumers will be able to get that ultra-cheap work model. So again, that's just something to note. Now, this F-150 Lightning is going to actually land on the streets here in late spring of 2022. And guys, I don't think I've been more excited for a truck than this one in a long time. This is a huge deal. And the electric truck race has been going on for a while now. And what do we keep seeing? Vaporware. We keep seeing companies with huge promises and then no trucks. Well, look everybody, here is a truck. It's sitting right next to me. It's very real, and I can't wait to put it to the test. So everybody, that's it for this one. Now, of course, I want to hear from you. Go below. Let us know what you think of the F-150 Lightning. As always, while you're down there, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, hit join to become a member of the channel, and then come right back here to Truck King to see what we're testing next. And I got to tell you, I hope it's this F-150.